What's up?
All well. What's up? How are you?
I just got up.
Yeah. But it's already 11:30 there. Come on. Cannot be just got up.
Went to Niagara Falls last night, like the entire day, and it was
Yeah.
6 a.m. So yeah, it's very unlike me to wake up at 11. But yeah.
Brilliant. So, okay, to all the viewers, this is Vishakha. We have her on the AMA session. This is for the very first time, like I said, we're doing at this point in time during the day, and that's purely because she is in Canada. And of course, we did not want her to be all puffy eyes doing that at odd hours. She's an actor. She has been an RJ, no, a VJ. I'm sorry. She's been an Instagrammer. She's been creating content. Are you a producer as well, by any chance? No.
I have been the camera, but I've not produced. But I have been behind the camera. I've worked in a media house, so.
Wow. Okay, so she's a lot of hats. Okay, guys, she's worn a lot of hats. She's done a lot of work. Basically from Mumbai, if I'm not wrong. She's been living now in Canada, happily married. That's what her blog says, and that's who Vishakha is. Welcome, Vishakha. Welcome on the live session. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling. But I'm feeling good.
Nice, nice. So, do you want to tell about why Canada and when did this shift happen? Like, do you want to take us from the basics, and then maybe we can start talking about a couple of other things?
Yes. So it started with an arranged marriage proposal.
Wow.
I rejected because I was all set up in India, you know. People knew me. I was not famous, but people knew who Vishakha is. I knew, so I was all set, and I was like, I am not talking to this guy. Why? He was in US. I'm like, I'm not talking. I'm not going out. But my parents were like, no, at least talk to him because I'd rejected everyone before him. So like, okay, at least talk to him. You know, just talk. And then we started talking. And Trump happened, so US didn't happen, and then so in like the most simplest way, that's how it all flowed. But yeah, the visa got a lot of our plans delayed, and so after getting married, we were planning to move in the same month or the next month. We got married on December 2018, and we were planning to move by Jan 2019, but the visa got extended so much that we were home for an entire year. Jobless because Yash has a career here. He's an automobile engineer. So it was a crazy time for last 1 year. And after we came here, the virus, so the market is down. So it's crazy. It's just a crazy roller coaster. It doesn't come down. It's just going up and up and up. It's like.
So tell me, have you seen Canada without lockdown, or it is only lockdown that you've seen Canada in? That's sad.
I've just seen a sugar beach where I went to shoot one day, which is as small as the garden in my building. It's not a. I mean, you just Google images of sugar beach and it's so pretty. It's got these cute umbrellas. It's got a beach, but the beach and the sand, the borderline is fenced, so you can't even touch. Like you can't enter the sea, and it's like the outside area of Starbucks. So, I just went to Niagara yesterday. That's about it. I've not explored anything here.
How's Niagara?
It is beautiful. It's the horseshoe of the Niagara Fall. You can only see it from Canada. So yeah. I've not seen it from the US side, but there were so many people and there were Punjabis. Okay, Punjabis going fast in their car and playing all hip Punjabi music. Like, this is not Canada. World, man, but it was good. It was pretty good stepping outside the house. We are in a lockdown since February.
Oh.
Not stepped out ever since, except for buying groceries. So it was a very good feel to see.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so on that note, Shaka, I want to understand, like, you have done a lot of things, okay? I was going through your bio, and I was amazed. I mean, how can one person do so much in so little of time? So do you want to throw some light there, like why a lot of such things and not say one particular thing? Is there something that you want to tell the world?
So I wanted to be a college dropout. I didn't want to study. I didn't know what to do, you know. And then I started doing multiple things, trying to find what is that one thing I like. And when I was doing 10 things, I found that I'm interested in more than 5 things of everything that I was doing. And I started doing all of that, thinking, okay, narrow down to one. I'll narrow down to one. And I was just doing everything. And that is the time I realized that you don't have to stick to one thing. You know, it's just the society saying, ek cheez karo, become the master of one. How will you become the Sundar Pichai of India? Like, you have to go on, you have to do that one thing. I'm like, I don't want to be Sundar Pichai. I want to be happy doing everything. I am okay if I'm not the best in the world. I want to be doing everything that I like. So I was, at a time, I was attending 2 colleges, having 2 jobs, working post jobs, working on weekends. I did not have a life where, you know, I used to go to college, bunk college, go to party on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is one reason I don't like partying or I don't drink, because I've never done that. I've always been studying, working, doing something. And then when I became like the general manager at the age of 19, I was like, okay, you know, you've done things right and you're doing it right. So it just flowed. I was
Right.
actually trying to find that one thing, and in finding that one thing, I realized I can't do that, because randomly I just sit Photoshop seekna. I sit for Photoshop 2 days straight. I don't get up. I dive deep into it till I don't know every shit. And then now what else? Like, what is new? So I want
Right.
something. It's just that curiosity in me, and I realized I can't be happy doing one thing.
That's super cool, yeah. That's, I mean, not a lot of creators say that, because typically what I've seen, and with whatever limited kind of people I've had a word with from the content creation world, they typically talk about the fact that you should have a niche, and you should talk about, one of the things, say, if you're into travel, you should explore travel to the fullest, and not typically what you're saying. That's very good to know. So, but again, tell me another thing. There's another viewpoint to this. While you have been doing a lot of things, there's an underlying thought of content creation, which I think is something that you are pulled towards, or you would like doing. So, is that different shades of content creation that you enjoy doing, or is it again, I mean, different things from completely different perspective?
No, it's different things from different perspective. Because one thing I do is, I was a former actor. I don't act anymore, but that was not content curation. That's more like, you're told to do this, you only do that. But
Right.
it's a form of expression. And the reason why I did acting, because I was into acting in my 3rd, 4th grade. I did a lot of TV commercials, McDonald's, and all of that. So I had that inclination being on camera. So that is, I don't feel acting is content creation from an actor's part. It's just being a different person, getting into a different character. It is, but not, you don't have the 100% to yourself. I can do
Correct.
that thing.
Correct. Correct.
I have my own agency. It's on a very small scale, freelancer with a team of 2 people. I am on the management side. So then I can't do content creation. I'm managing people there. So it's a bunch of different things, but it is, everything is related to one point, is a little of creativity everywhere.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good to know. Also, Vishakha, I've seen your images. I mean, I've seen the kind of content you've been putting up on Instagram lately, and you seem to love editing. I mean, you seem to, kind of literally change the image from what it used to be to literally what it looks like in the post. Is that because you've recently learned Photoshop, or is it because of something else?
2 things. Yes, because I've recently learned Photoshop. And the second thing, because when I was in India, the Indian blogging culture is just posting how pretty you are.
Yeah.
Nothing beyond that. How to wear a bralette with 5 different pants, shorts, skirts, denims. I know. You know, it doesn't work like that. It works on, if you waxed that day, where are you going? Who are you going with? It doesn't work the way it's shown in Insta, you know. Put this eye makeup, wear these pants with. Most of the bloggers are doing that. It's just walking candid poses. You know, it's just that. There's nothing beyond that. And I was living in this culture for so long without even noticing what is happening across the world in the content creation bit. And when I came here, I was like, boss, I have, despite of having 46,000 followers, I'm doing shit. I'm producing crap. And it was a thing that, boss, you gotta get out of this. So that is when acting, the editing came in. That is when trying to do something different came in. So I don't even have a camera. I'm just shooting on my iPhone. I just got softbox lights. I'm regretting it every day, but I don't want to invest in something during this time of it. Like, it's not important, but trying to create everything I can just using a phone and a laptop.
So, in fact, I always wanted to ask this. when you go out, do you always have a photographer following you? I mean, how does it work?
No. So my husband is an engineer and he doesn't know anything about Instagram. He doesn't know anything about the whole world I come from. So every time before we are going out, he's like, "Babe, you'll click my picture, no one picture." So even yesterday we have click one picture, no one please. So so I have to prepare him like in advance. And then sometimes like he's like, okay, it was an anniversary. He's like, okay, babe, we'll go to downtown. Everything is shut, but I'll click 2 pictures of you. So for him, he has to do something for me. He's like, okay, babe, let's go. I click some pictures for you. So it's just because he knows I'm so passionate about it, and that's usually it's not clicking a picture that's always on my mind. I mean, yesterday I was out with friends. Hardly at Niagara also I clicked like 5 to 10 pictures. I was not going on every corner running, okay, I want a picture. I can balance that properly. I can't go blogger crazy saying, oh, picture, 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 I want to post. I can't do it. I
Right. So does that happen in reverse as well? Do you click his pictures, or that doesn't happen at all?
I click his pictures to tell him that this is what I want. Okay, and I click these nice. And when he clicks, I really wish I could show it right now. And when he clicks, what are you doing? You can't even see me in the picture. It's black, everything. I'm giving you all the settings that just karke, how can you possibly go wrong? The picture's like this. My face. But from his side, he's not wrong. He's like, I'm an engineer. I don't know shit. He's like, I didn't even know how to rotate a picture. And then suddenly you like the photographer of your beautiful feed. I can't do that. But part is he's trying and he's learning. But I love clicking pictures. I mean, every time, even when I'm out with friends, I'm like, please pose. I want to click a picture because I want to see it from my eye perspective. That is it,
right,
and capture it on camera of what I'm seeing. So yeah, I like being behind the camera.
Okay. Fair point. Though on that point, Vishakha, tell me something. Are you also looking at exploring different platforms, say a YouTube or a TikTok or maybe some other platform, or is it?
I've made an account on TikTok, but I find it so annoying. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but like when I was in India, I only saw Indian creators because of the explore feed. If you're in the location, it is so annoying. I can't do this. I really can't do this. Like everyone's just dubbing dialogues of some random heroine and doing slow motion and all of this on some songs. I'm a no nonsense person. I mean, for me, I am filmy, but I mean, boss, I can't do that. But after I came here and I saw what people are doing on TikTok, it's next level. So I did make an account. I've got shitty content on TikTok, but I'm trying. I don't have enough time for it, but yeah, YouTube now because they're gonna monetize IGTV soon, so I'm not concentrating on YouTube so much because I already have an audience on IGTV. So I'm on Instagram, so might as well put the energy on the same place than creating another platform. So
Right.
I am late for YouTube, and because IGTV is monetizing it, might as well just put my energy in one place.
Fair, fair. Okay, on this note, so I want to tell all the viewers there are a couple of questions that I saw. Guys, we'll be answering all the questions just after a while because I'm hosting the session, so I get to ask the questions first. And we'll come to your questions. So they're not going unnoticed. I see a lot of people waving and a sort of.
Sorry. I get excited. Oh no!
Okay, so tell me something, Vishakha. You also talked about the fact that people in Canada and the kind of content creation they're doing and the kind of content creation you have done in India or you have seen creators in India doing is starkly different, is very, very different. Okay, do you want to throw some light there? Do you want to talk about how different it is or something that you want to advise the young and upcoming creators in India to kind of follow?
One is everyone is a blogger now. Anyone's profession is celebrity, blogger, anyone with a phone camera. There's nothing bad about it, okay? It's just don't be just another person with a phone, okay? If you want to become a blogger, you got to stand out. You got to create something, and you have to create something which is gonna be beneficial for your audiences. I mean, why do I follow you if you're just posting your, you have a skincare product, you're just doing this. Do I know what it is doing? No. I have to read the caption. What it is, what are you doing? I don't know. You know, if it's an outfit, you're just like walking candid, and that's about it. You're done. You know, and I did that too. I mean, I did that too, and I'm guilty as charged. But there is so much beyond just standing straight or just doing a candid walking in front of the camera. You gotta show what the product does. You gotta do it in the most creative way possible, and not. It's okay. You don't even need a camera. I have a phone. There's nothing wrong in just having a phone and becoming a blogger. In fact, that's all you need. But how are you different? What are you doing? What are you doing that should follow you for? Are they learning something from you? No. Why will they follow you? You got to build a community. You know, you can't just have these many number of followers and have no engagement. Build a community where they keep coming back to you saying, we love it, we love it. And I've noticed that grow up after I started putting more energy, more efforts in the last few edits and how to do it, teaching how to do it. And my DMs have engagement, everything's gone. And I realized if I did that 4 years back, I would have been on the next level today. You know, so don't be just another person with a phone. Be something more. And look at inspiration. If you're not creative, there's Pinterest, there's Instagram. Look at people, look at inspiration. Try recreating their thing. You don't have to be 100% original. It takes time to get there. So it's okay.
Correct.
That's what I do.
That's fair. That's fair. Tell me one more thing, Vishakha. So I've also seen that you talk about, the behind the scenes stuff as well, like how do you edit your photos and all of those things. Now, a lot of creators, of course, might not be comfortable in sharing their so-called secrets, but you have been kind of, I'd say, brave enough to talk about how do you edit a particular photograph. So is there a particular thought behind that, or is it just as you're going? I mean, it might change.
See, like I said, if you're following me, you would follow me so that you get something out of my page. Why will you follow me to just see pretty pictures, pretty Photoshop pictures of my face? You'll unfollow me someday, getting on like, theek hai, there's nothing about it. You'd want to follow me, ki, oh, I learned this. Even if you don't go back and edit the same thing, but like, okay, there's something new to learn. And that's what I said. I realized that very, very late, and it's helping me a lot that I am doing this and I'm seeing bloggers do that. Of course, you're not giving credits because that's how Indian blogger community is. They don't credit people. They don't. But here it's different. If I'm using creativity some other bloggers done, I use the hashtag that they're using for that photograph to give them credits that okay, this is what I've done. But that's not happening in India, and I'm okay about it. I can't keep going back saying, oh, this person didn't give me credits. They learned this from my post. It doesn't matter because I think India is very, very behind. Again, I'm nothing against India, but it's just after I got out of it, I'm like, dude, there's so much more to it. It's
Right.
not just what we are doing.
Fair point. What about COVID-19? I mean, things have changed a lot. There's no travel, of course, on the cards for a while at least. How has that changed your content creation roadmap, if I have to put it that way?
A lot of creative challenges because I was someone who's always comfortable shooting outdoors. And because we just moved in, I don't have any furniture in my house. We're sitting on camping chairs. So creating content in a house which is empty is very difficult. Creating content without a camera, which I've never posted so many iPhone photos. I usually shoot with professional photographers. That is a difficult part. Lighting is a difficult part because the weather here is gloomy. There's hardly any sunlight. So anytime there's sunlight, I'm like, okay, run, makeup karo fatafat until I come to catch the sunlight, it's gone. So it is very difficult, major creative blocks, but that has also got me better at what I'm doing. It's like challenging myself every day. And I think that is what you should do instead of thinking, I want to be this person. That's the ideology I've been following forever. Just target on being a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. So and that's how you'll grow. So that's how I've been doing in terms of my content creation bit also.
Right. That's such a strong statement to make. I mean, just challenge yourself and be a better version of what you were yesterday. That's very, very cool. On that note, quick time check, Vishakha. I think we're already 20 minutes. Wow, already 20 minutes in the game. Didn't feel like it. Do you want to take up some of the comments now, or do you want to maybe, just say hi to people and then maybe we can take up comments.
Okay, so everyone who's just joined in, thank you so much for joining. And I saw a few comments, which were very sweet. And hi, oh, I know. I am good, Puneet. Hi, we know her. Thanks. I feel really good when someone says it. Kashakai. Okay, she looks so fresh for someone who just woke up. The blue mustard, yeah, it's just I am a morning person, and my husband hates it.
Oh, come on, a morning person who got up at 11 o'clock. No.
No, I wake up at 7 a.m. Despite of the lockdown. I have a routine where I wake up, I do my yoga, meditation, Surya Namaskar, I work out, I do my skipping till Yash wakes up. So I'm done with everything. So I especially wake up at 7 o'clock before he wakes up. So I'm sorted with that. So, and I've always been a morning person. I've never been a night person. If you ask me, so night outs with my friends, I have dinner and I go off to sleep. People invite me for night out. They're like, no, Vishakha. And then I wake up early in the morning and I still like, okay, everyone wake up. So people don't call me for like the worst person. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has. No one has questions for me, people.
Okay, there are no questions. Yes, I think you're already famous. Everybody knows you and everybody
No, I
has been following you.
don't know who I am. Oh, my dad is here. Hello.
Hi.
Monali is here. My team is only here. That's a good schedule. How is Canada's social media scene different from India?
This one.
Extremely different. There are there are very few content creators in Canada, frankly. There are more in the US that I'm following these days. But, it's very, I mean, India has so much politics. I did this. It's not like that. It's not like that in India. They would follow you back. They would comment. They would interact. It's more friendly. I felt more welcome here from the blogger community than I felt in India. But in India, it was like, कट्टर दुश्मनी, अरे ये क्या पोस्ट कर रही है, अरे इसको ये ब्रांड कैसे मिला, मैं भी पिच करूंगी, मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला. So that is, like I said again, nothing against India, but I realized all of these points when I got out of it, and I was interacting with people here. In fact, when I was in India, I got in touch with a few bloggers in Canada, and they're like, "Oh, that's great, you're coming. When you're here, let's catch up. I can help you out with a few photographers or how to get started with." It was very beautiful. It was very helpful. Tell us about your podcast. How do you know I'm starting a podcast? The blue mustard.
That's Dia, just FYI.
Oh.
We had a discussion the other day. Yeah, now you have to tell us about that. Come on.
Okay, so I've still not made it official on social media because I was still working on it, and I got a little lazy with it. But I have a lineup of some amazingly talented people who have worked in Indian movies, like big celebrities to celebrity singers to entrepreneurs to a very good lineup. And I'm going to launch this on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, for global audiences. And for Indian audiences, it's going to come up on JioSaavn and Ghana.com. So I'm working on that. We just finalized all the segment and the lineup of people, and I'm working on the different softwares that we need for the podcast. And it's going to be an only audio podcast because everyone's doing video podcasts, and I've been doing a lot of research on this. I'm not giving you all the research that I've done because I don't want 10 different podcasts to come before my podcast comes out. But yeah, so that's something I've been working on, and I hope I launch it soon. I have everything ready. I've just been too occupied doing a few things. So yeah, I just need time, which I'm not finding right now. But I think I should. June it should be. By June, I think it should be there.
This is exclusive for our viewers. Huh? Nobody knows about this yet.
Nobody knows.
Very nice. Also, I mean, from my experience, sorry?
Only the 9 people who are watching me right now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think when you said about the audio podcasting now, you're right. I mean, audio podcast is the way to go for sure. I mean, completely, I would back that statement. So, brilliant decision there. Nice. We have no, we have no more questions. There's some haze and woos here. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Brilliant, Vishakha. So it was brilliant talking to you, having you with us. Talking about your podcast, which you have not spoken about yet, and about a lot of other things as well. I keep on repeating that.
On it because now I've spoken about it. So abhi kaam karo chupchap. It's gonna be like that.
So my team's gonna put up a post tomorrow that Vishakha is launching a new podcast. Yay!
And I'll be like, okay. Okay.
All right, anyways, on that note, thank you so much, Vishakha. It was lovely having you. We'll keep in touch. And okay, people are saying it was a good discussion. Thank you, Gumak. Oh, I know Gumakkar Nani. Thank you, Shani. Thank you so much.
Cut my bangs again.
I'll speak with you soon, Vishakha. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.